Hello, my name is Angelo and welcome to my channel. So as I stated in my previous video, and if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. That's kind of like an update on this channel. I want to talk about some life advice things and some things that might help you to kind of achieve your goals and what you want to do. So my 3 goals in the next 6 months are lose 25 pounds, go to the gym 3 times a week, and save $500. Those are my top 3 right now. And obviously, I need to find a way to do that. So losing 25 pounds, that means I need to either follow a diet plan or at the very least track my calories. And the way I do that is through MyFitnessPal. And MyFitnessPal is a really popular app among people that really like calorie counting and fitness enthusiasts in general. And essentially it's a free app that you can get on Apple or Android that allows you to track your calories. And the convenient part about it is that most grocery products, if they have a barcode, you can scan the barcode, and by scanning the barcode, it'll automatically fill out all the nutrition facts for you and all that stuff and all the calories. I will admit that some of them are a little off, so you might have to calibrate them a little bit, but for the most part, it's a super handy tool. Along with diet, if you're trying to have a goal about losing weight and dieting and all that stuff, I found it much easier to do everything in grams. So if you're gonna weigh things, like especially like meats, like instead of just being like, oh yeah, this is 8 ounces. For me, I just bought a $20 scale. Actually, it was a gift from a family member. I use that scale and I put the piece of meat on there and it tells me how many grams it is, and then I fill it in MyFitnessPal. And it's really simple. And overall, just a simple tool like that, just letting you know how much you're consuming in a day, can really greatly affect how much you lose weight or how much you gain weight. And that would be a way of me actually getting to that goal of losing 25 pounds, is by every single day tracking my calories. Now, my goal number 2 is to go to the gym 3 times a week. So I signed up for a gym membership for $10 a month. It is black and purple. I'm sure you can figure out what gym that is. And essentially, that $10 a month is that incentive for me to go to the gym, because I do have some gym equipment at home, but it literally has sat there for 10 months. So I'm thinking about either selling it or selling some of it and keeping some of the stuff, the more essential stuff, so that way I can still work out here at home in case another pandemic happens, or in case like the gym, I can't get to the gym for whatever reason, I can still work out and get something done. So the gym 3 times a week. And finally is save $500. Now, obviously, depending on your financial situation, this might not even be feasible, just because of maybe some of the financial mistakes or financial misdirections you've had, and like you can't do this, and that's fine. You don't, like, if that's not your goal, that's not your goal, but that's my goal, and I would like to achieve that, because I am part of the 60% or so of Americans that don't even have $500 in their bank account in case of emergencies, and I don't want to be part of that statistic. Now, with that being said, I know that was a little long-winded on what my goals are. What I also want to talk about is ways to remind yourself. So a lot of people say, get a whiteboard, get a chalkboard, write the goals down, and put them on your bedroom door, or put them in the bathroom, or or put them in the kitchen, somewhere where you're going to see it every single day to remind you, oh, this is my goal and this is when I'm going to do it. And this is when and how I'm going to do it. And basically, that's the easiest way to really keep yourself on track, because what happens is that if we don't write our goals down, or if we don't see them every day, they're kind of in the back of our head, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a goal that I have, but then you're not dedicated to it. And in order for you to really be dedicated to it is when it's staring yourself in the face. And essentially, when that 6 months pass by, and say if I don't have $500, say if I didn't lose 25 pounds, and say if I didn't go to the gym 3 times a week, I'm gonna feel like crap about it. And that's another thing too, is that not only just put it up somewhere where you can see it, but also tell all your friends and family, so that way 6 months down the line, they can hold you accountable to that. So, hey, are you still going to the gym 3 times a week? Hey, did you save that $500? Hey, did you lose 25 pounds? Because it doesn't look like it, bud. And it might be harsh and it might hurt, but at the end of the day, when you tell people what you're gonna do and then you don't do it, it should tell you something about yourself. That it tells them, one, that you are not someone that actually achieves their goals, which is a very unattractive trait. But also, it should also make you feel bad. Now, if there's another reason why you couldn't do it, like say, God forbid, I get into a motorcycle accident tomorrow and I'm out of the gym for 6 months. Obviously, obviously all 3 of my goals, well, 2 of my goals are gonna be very hard, because 1, I'll now have medical bills, and 2, I'm also injured, so I can't really go to the gym. Or if I do gym, I'm very limited on what I can do. So again, God forbid that doesn't happen, but say if it does, that means I still have one goal to achieve, which is lose 25 pounds, which by pure dieting you can do. You don't need to go to the gym to lose weight. As long as you follow your calories and you always have a calorie deficit, you will naturally lose weight. And that's another thing that I want to get into, is that when you are assigning your goals, make sure that if something happens to you, at least one of them is achievable. Two is better, but ideally at least one of them is achievable. So that way at the end of that 6 months, even if you failed the other two, or more realistically, you didn't get to exactly where you wanted, you're not completely just broken, right? You're just like, all right, now I know that these goals were a little too ambitious for me, and for my next set of goals, I need to tune it down a little bit. So for an example, if 6 months pass by and I only lost 20 pounds instead of 25 pounds, and I know, oh, okay, so either I need to be more disciplined, or maybe 25 pounds was too much of an extreme goal in 6 months. And depending on who you are and all these other factors, that might be the case. So just keep in mind that when you are setting your goals, that one, they're attainable, and two, make sure you set goals that even if one or two of them fail, one you for sure can do. And I think that's a great way to get yourself started. Now, when it comes to actually seeing it every day, like I said, you could do the traditional write them down on a notebook and leave the notebook somewhere where you can see it, or write it on the wall somewhere where you can see that. Or you could do what I did, and I am a computer nerd and I sit at my computer a lot. So I actually changed my wallpaper to have my goals on them, and I did this in DaVinci Resolve, which is a video editor, because I like moving wallpapers. And you can do this with just in Paint or in some other like picture editor, and just literally write goals and then list your goals, your timeline, and then maybe like a little bit of a motivational quote. And I'll show you mine here. And as you can see, it's very simple, it's very sleek. I definitely have that Jocko Willink vibe going, because I do draw a lot of inspiration from him, and not so much everything from him, but at least his attitude of just like, you know you can do it, so do it, and you know, don't think you can't, because you know you can. And that's kind of the theme that I have for it. And something as simple as that is like me sitting at my desk, you know, and I boot up my PC and I log in. That's the first thing I see. I see goals 1, 2, 3, and 4, and boom, get after it. And that's all I need. And again, since I'm on my PC almost every single day, I'm going to see it. And that's pretty much what my advice is on getting your goals done. If you continue to watch the channel, you'll see me update my goals and all that stuff and see where I'm at. I haven't actually weighed myself today. I've been dieting for about a week now. I don't expect to lose a lot of weight in a week. I mean, according to MyFitnessPal, I should have lost 1.5 pounds. But again, depending on how your body is, I don't think a weekly weigh-in is really healthy. I think realistically maybe every 2 weeks or every month. And if you know that, like, hey, I started out at 195 and then at the end of the month you're at 190, that tells you that you lost, you know, 5 pounds, which with my current trajectory would be a little low, but at least then you see your progress. But anyway, I'm getting a little off track now, but that's essentially what my life advice is on goals and what you can really do to obtain those goals. And at the end of the day, like I said, write them down, put them somewhere you can see them, tell other people that care about you so they'll hold you accountable, and then also just hold yourself accountable. And the thing is with goals is that they're not supposed to be easy. If goals were easy, then they're not goals. They're just things that you want to do. And that should give you some drive to better yourself. And at the end of the day, we just want to be the best version of ourselves. All right. Well, my name is Mikel Angelo. I would love to hear what you think, and maybe some other tips that you can give people that are watching this video on how to better themselves and obtain their goals. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one.